It's early in the morning, man, but my allergies are really kicking in today, Sean. Hope I'm not allergic to some of the picks that I have today.
Yeah, yeah, don't do that. I mean, you were 2-0 yesterday, so
Yeah, 2+ lines. So, today's baseball schedule is kind of like back in like those high school teenage movies where the boy falls for the really beautiful girl and he gets to know her and he doesn't really like her afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, there was a lot of games I looked at I originally liked, and then after I got to know them a little bit better, I didn't like them as much. So we'll see if how that plays out. I like two of them, one of them more than the other, a lot more than the other, but I'll rely on my numbers on the second one and a couple of others that look really good on paper until you dig in deeper, and then you decide, yeah, these aren't too pretty after all.
yeah.
So
I like a couple, and then NFL preseasons now are 17-3 on the under. I found 3 games that should go under today as well.
so you're going to go all over the unders again, huh?
Hey, it's working. We got one more week to keep with the trend and
to ride that train, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Because once regular season comes in, it's just a crapshoot on the over and under. So,
well, I find that I do okay on the overs and unders in the regular season, but I look for very specific things, and when I get them, they tend to work. And if I don't get them, I won't force it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just amazing how well the under has hit. 17-3.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. Well, the thing is, as soon as everyone starts to notice and jump on that, it'll turn. Buffalo and Chicago. Let's do a little bit of NFL football. As far as talking about football, so far I've been pretty spot on with what the line should be in the preseason too versus what they really are. I think yesterday I got both games just about right. I said Kansas City should be favored by more than they are. I didn't take them because I hate preseason football because you just don't know, and that Washington was overvalued with where they were based upon what the line would be in the regular season. So in any case, let's go ahead and talk some NFL preseason football. First game on the docket is here in Chicago, the Buffalo Bills versus the Chicago Bears. The Bills are getting points. If this game were in the real season, the Bills should actually be laying points.
Yeah, this is all Justin Fields here. He'll see a lot more playing time again, and he was really impressive last week. So expecting Chicago to score some points here.
Well, the one thing I would say about Justin Fields is I saw a lot of Ohio State football in Chicago. They're on the Big Ten, it's in this area. And Justin Fields, Bears fans, you better get ready because some days he's going to look like Joe Montana, and other days he's going to look like Ryan Leaf. He's just going to be bad. And that's the way he was in college. He was really streaky. He was like J.R. Smith. He made a lot of shots and took his shirt off and, was very proud afterwards and then, went 0 for 30. So I don't think he'll be that extreme, but he had some really good games followed by some really bad games.
Yeah, I liked him in college, and I thought, I even kind of wanted the Jets to take him. I mean, I like Zach Wilson, but I did find Fields. I think if he gets the right situation, we'll see if Chicago's that, but I think he can be a really good NFL quarterback.
I have my doubts. He can. I think he'll have really good games. I would say Haskins a little better than Haskins because Haskins had very similar numbers. Wasn't as good a runner as Fields is, but Haskins had crazy numbers too at Ohio State. Guys aren't open in the NFL by 5, 6, 7 yards on little outs like they are in college because there's such a discrepancy in talent. And that inaccuracy in the NFL, if you're inaccurate, you're in trouble. And at times he can be very inaccurate. Dak Prescott is what I see, really. New York Jets and maybe a smaller version. New York Jets versus the Green Bay Packers. This is a line I brought up yesterday. This game's in the regular season. The Packers are a 8-point favorite. They're a 2.5-point underdog at home. Are they playing nobody?
Well, their third-string quarterback's going to start, and he really isn't nobody. Jordan Love doesn't look like he's going to play. So you're going to see extended Zach Wilson. Jets should win this game. This is actually one I'm going to target the under because of this reason. Green Bay's not going to score, and the under's really low, too. It's like 31.
They're not going to score?
They're not going to score very much.
Uh-huh.
And the Jets even last week didn't score very much. I think they scored, 13 points against the Giants or something like that. So I think the Jets win this game. I like the under. I'm going to play the under. Play the under 31.
Oof, 31 in an NFL game. I just one interception for a touchdown screws that up for you. Atlanta versus Miami. This line is absolutely what it should be, -5. That's what I would expect it to be in the regular season. That's what it is today. There's no value in either side of that line.
No, this is another one. Go with that under 36.
So you're going to do that too?
Yeah, I'm going to do that too. These, like I said, I found 3 games that the under should be good, and this is one of them. Miami's going to probably win this game too. Atlanta just doesn't seem to want to play any of their starters or anybody. Miami, Tua's going to play a little bit. They got backup. That's okay. I expect Miami to win. I wouldn't give up the 5. It's very dangerous, but I would take the under 36.
All right. Yeah, well, you are going to take the under.
I'm going to take the under 36, yeah.
Baltimore and Carolina. This is a game during the regular season. The Ravens would be favored by about 4, maybe 5. So there's a little bit of value in Baltimore here. I don't know how much Lamar and company are going to play, but Baltimore should be the better spot in this game. And then you got the old Jets quarterback down there ready to throw the ball to the other team again.
He'll probably play a series or 2. Lamar Jackson's probably not going to play, and then they also have Trace McSorley out, and he's always does good in preseason. Baltimore's won like 16 or 17 straight preseason games. It's a crazy number.
Too bad they can't do that many playoff games.
Yeah.
Wrong P, Harbaugh. Wrong P.
I am a little concerned giving up 3.5, so I'm not going to touch it just because of McSorley being out. Usually McSorley lights it up in the preseason. That's part of why they're so good. And Carolina's got P.J. Walker and Will Grier.
Yeah, he's been playing pretty good. A lot of people are saying P.J. Walker should be the starter down there.
Yeah, so I'm not touching this game, but Baltimore always finds a way to win.
Is that maybe an over game? The one that goes, maybe it makes it 20-4.
Yeah, it might go over. It's one I'm not going to bet. I'm not going to bet any of these overs, but that's one that I'm definitely leaving the under alone.
Detroit and Pittsburgh. In the regular season, the Steelers would be about a 6.5 to 7 point favorite, at least as it is right now. That's exactly where they are now. There's no value in betting that line. Is this another one you're going to put the under on because Detroit's not going to score?
This is one of my last ones I didn't do. Maybe if I did a 4th team, this would be it. But Roethlisberger is going to play a series or 2. There may be some points here. Detroit's got a couple guys too.
Yeah. Well, if you're not going to play, you're not going to play. Like I said, preseason. I don't want to bang the preseason too much here. Tampa Bay and Tennessee during the regular season. Tampa Bay would be about a 4, maybe to 5 point favorite. So there's value in maybe taking Tampa Bay at home. I know Brady's probably not even going to get dressed, but I can't touch it. Like, I just don't like preseason football. I just don't like it.
And this is another one. Arians has no intent of playing very many starters. So I'm going to take the under 35.5 here.
Under 35.5.
And I would also consider, I would consider taking Tennessee here because Tampa Bay has no intentions. Tennessee's probably not going to play many neither. Like Henry's not going to play. I don't know how much Tannehill's going to play, but Tampa Bay is going deep into their bench here.
So you're going under on that one. Those are that's it for your football plays?
Yep, those are my 3 unders.
All right, 3 unders. So what are your 3 unders again? Tampa Bay, the Green Bay Packers, and
the Atlanta-Miami game.
Atlanta-Miami game. All right, so just running down the rest. During the regular season, if Dak Prescott were to play, the Cowboys should be about a 6 to 7 point favorite against Houston. So there would be value in betting the Cowboys. So far, the games that have had value in terms of what the line would be have played out that way in preseason. Indianapolis versus Minnesota. In this spot, Minnie would probably be a 1 point favorite, 2 point favorite. It's exactly where they are. So there's no value in betting that game. Well, the next 2 games, no way the Vegas would be a favorite in Los Angeles, and no way Denver would be a favorite in Seattle. Obviously, the folks in Vegas know that the Raiders are going to play to win. The Rams are not. Denver is going to play to win. Seattle is not. So I would probably stay away from those games altogether. The only game I would even think about is I still feel like Green Bay has better personnel than the Jets do. So if that were the case, that would be the one game that I would consider thinking about in the NFL tonight. Maybe the Cowboys too, because they should be a much bigger favorite. And I feel like you're going to see a little bit more of their starters tonight than you would otherwise. But outside of that, I wouldn't touch any one of those games. On to baseball, Sean. The Major League schedule, there's a lot of games today. We get to cover them all because we're not starting in the middle of the day. The Minnesota Twins versus New York Yankees. You were all over the Twins yesterday. I mean, the Yankees yesterday, and they came through for you.
Yeah, I didn't make anything official or nothing with the Yankees, but I will today. Garrett Cole pitching. I'll give up the run and a half, minus 120. Yankees are just rolling right now. And the Twins are going to score against Cole, and the Yankees are going to score 7 or 8 runs.
So you got minus 115 on that. Yeah, I don't know. You like these negative run lines. I will not do a negative run line. We've been down that road a lot. So you can get minus 115. The Yankees should win this game, absolutely. There's no question about that. I agree with you that they probably will run line them. I just can't touch it because it's in my rules. I broke a rule not too long ago. I paid for it. No breaking rules today. I don't have to break a rule in the next game. The Tampa Bay Rays versus the Chicago White Sox. I like this spot a lot. Keuchel, a lot of people like that name. They know that name, but he's a lefty. He's a lefty against a Tampa Bay squad that has a 27-21 record against the left-handed pitchers, the people who pitch from the wrong side of the mound. And then Keuchel Petrino is a much higher rated in terms of advanced metrics than Keuchel is. And Keuchel has really struggled against the Tampa Bay squad. Well, I'm going to say struggled really, but he's got like a 5.74 lifetime ERA in Tampa Bay. I don't have to pay that much to take Tampa. I can get them at minus 130. That's well under my minus 167. I'm going to lock in Tampa Bay. They have a strong record at home against teams above 500, whereas the White Sox overall are underwater against top clubs. So Tampa Bay minus 130 for $30, Sean.
Yeah, I like to play. This is a game I'm not going to touch, but I see your reasons and I understand them, and Tampa should win.
Well, all my metrics say that this game, the Tampa Bay has the power ranking advantage. They have the run line advantage, so they score more runs at home than the White Sox do on the road, and they're definitely a better squad in terms of winning at home than the White Sox are on the road. So it's to me, it's a good play. It's a good shot. If it doesn't go in, it doesn't go in. But if you take a wide open 3 from the top of the key, that's the shot you want to take. This is a wide open 3 from the top of the key. You just need Tampa Bay to make the shot. Kansas City and the Cubs. I mean, yeah, you're going to get a plus line with Kansas City. And the Cubs have won 2 of like 15 games or something?
Yeah, but this is that 1-800 need help if you're going to bet this. You got a full slate of baseball. Do you really want to trust the Royals to beat the Cubs? I mean, I know they did yesterday, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it because it is Kansas City, but I mean, everybody's beating the Cubs right now. I think the Cubs AAA team, if they came from Iowa over here, might beat the major league squad. They're just not playing well.
I don't know much about Keegan Thompson, who's starting for the Cubs today, so that could be a good thing or a bad thing. This is one I have find other places here.
Yeah, just run. It's like the crazy person's house on Halloween. You don't want to go knock on the door for candy. You just move on. Detroit versus Toronto. Willie Peralta versus Rue. It's a huge line again in Toronto's favor. This is a minus 200 team that you throw into a parlay. Toronto should bounce back. I can't bet the spot either because there's too much for me to pay both ways.
Yeah, and honestly, I wouldn't even throw him in the parlay just because Willie Peralta has been pitching really good. You get a pitcher like that with a huge line. If he goes out and pitches a really good game, the same thing that happened yesterday could happen today. So,
Toronto has all of the advantages. They're the better team at home. They score more runs, and right now, as far as the money is concerned, it's showing me soccer from over there. Too many lines to look at.
They have lost like 5 out of 7 or something. So Toronto's starting to slump a little bit too. So
the money is actually on the Tigers. Like 53% of the money is actually on the Tigers. So I would stay away from that game. The New York Mets, Scherzer against what used to be his interdivision rivals, the New York Mets. Rich Hill, old lefty. He's kind of like 5-inning Rich. You think he was on the team with Tampa at the same time as Morton was. Anyway, again, lines that are out of this world. You go ahead and put the Dodgers in the -200 parlay. I'm not putting them in anything else.
Yeah, no, this is a good one to put in a parlay, but I'm not going to do anything else with it as well.
Yeah, 91% of the money is on the LA Dodgers. That's overwhelming. Washington and Milwaukee, -220. I mean, Milwaukee disappointed yesterday. Any chance they'll disappoint again today?
It's possible. So this is another one I'm just going to leave alone. National Paula Espino, he's been all right this year. So it's another one. Milwaukee's scruffling a little bit. I'm not touching it.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch this game either. They're making you pay way too much for Sanford. I mean, the Las Vegas start shirts are telling you have to really, really, really pay up for Milwaukee. I'm not going to make that payment to them, so I will pass. San Francisco and Oakland. This is one of those games where it looks like you should take San Francisco, but after a little bit of review and looking at what Vegas wants me to pay for San Francisco, I got off this spot.
Yeah, and this is one, it's just, I didn't do too much on here. Both of these teams, I know San Francisco has a great record and stuff, but I just don't trust them yet. I don't.
The thing is, Vegas doesn't know which side's going to win this game. So you can tell by the line. And when you don't know what side's going to win, they're telling you it's a 50-50 game. It's really a 50-50 game. And in 50-50 games, I need a plus line. I'm not getting a plus line. So
I have Oakland listed at +100 here.
Yeah, I need more than that. I have them at +100 too, but that's 50-50 exactly, right? So there's no value in 50-50 exactly if you're getting 50-50 exactly. Los Angeles and Cleveland. Cleveland won yesterday. Is Cleveland going to win today?
Yeah, I think so. This is another one. I'm going to take the money line -135. No run line or anything, but McKenzie, he just had that great start last time. He's been pitching really well. Detmer's lefty for Angels hasn't been pitching all that great. I know. So Cleveland's hot bats. I think they win this game pretty easily.
Are you taking
officially
it?
Playing? Yeah, I got -135.
-125 is a number you can get. I like Cleveland in this spot as well. You're getting them. This is one that I was on, then I was off, then I was on, then I was off. So this is the second game. I mentioned there's one that I really like. That was the Tampa Bay spot. There's one that I'm kind of liking. So I'm just trusting the numbers here. The McKenzie is definitely a little higher rated than what we're getting. Well, he's a lot higher rated in the advanced metrics than Detmer's. The Cleveland squad's a little bit underwater against 500 team. I mean, against the left-handed pitching. So there's a little bit of an advantage there. And Detmer's last start was spot on. So he's only pitched 3 times. The first 2 he got roughed up, and last time he pitched very well. So I'm concerned that the kid figured it out in the last game. And if he figured it out in the last game, it could be a struggle in this spot for Cleveland. But I'm going to trust the numbers because Cleveland has the power ranking advantage, and they have a very sizable that as much as they've struggled to score runs, the Angels have struggled even more to score runs on the road than Cleveland has at home. So I'm with you, Sean. I'm going to put 30 on Cleveland, -125, but that's one of my plays today that I'm nervous about. So I'm just letting you know that.
Well, I'll say it too, but Cleveland's offense at home, that was in the beginning of the year. Lately, they've actually been swinging the bat really well. So they're turning.
Well, I'm just saying they have struggled to score, but the thing is that as much as they have struggled to score, LA has struggled to score more.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
That's why I say I'm relying on the numbers here. I'm relying on the formula. The algorithm is saying bet Cleveland, and then after I did my got my quantitative score, then I did the qualitative work to back it up, and I have the pitching matchup. I have the offensive advantages. I got to go with it. Seattle and Houston. I got that one right yesterday with the run line. looking at this game tonight, Ordozzi has really kind of struggled against the Seattle squad. I mean, that line is attractive, -150, but it looks to me like they're trying to sucker you in on Houston. This is one of those ones I talked about with the teenage, movie with the guy really falling for the pretty girl and to find out he doesn't like her afterwards. This was one of those games for me.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to do anything, maybe take Houston money line -155, but the pitching matchup is not that great. And we always talk about how Seattle does well as an underdog, so this is a prime spot for them. Mm-hmm. That they didn't look good yesterday, but this could be redemption here. This is one I couldn't go either way.
Well, it's funny. I got another one of those free in-game parlays yesterday from DraftKings. So I played the Houston game because I figured after doing my work, and we talked about it yesterday, I said it would be a high-scoring game that Houston would win by more than 2. It was a high-scoring game that Houston did win by more than 2. But I went in, I had a hit for Carlos Carrera. I had that the pitcher for the Seattle would give up more than 4 hits. He did. I had the just winning by the run line and the game going over. And I also had Jose Altuve getting a hit. And I don't know, it was like the 4th inning, and he is already at bat for like the 4th time. And he hadn't gotten a hit, and he was like the only guy on Houston that had not gotten a hit. And I was like, oh, great. I'm going to pick a game where Houston goes ahead and smokes a team, and everybody in the lineup except Altuve is going to get a hit. Well, he tripled on that at bat, and then he didn't get any more hits after that. So no line in the – I did win. It's my second one in a row, which kind of scares me because I've hit I've hit 14 straight like things that I've picked in the 2 in-game parlays and baseball games. So 14-0, that's another thing that makes me a little nervous about today. Miami and Cincinnati. There's no line on this game, so we won't talk about it. But I do expect Cincinnati to make it 3 in a row against the Miami Marlins. Atlanta and Baltimore, surprisingly, -185 is really not all that bad for Atlanta in this spot. Baltimore hasn't won a game in August, I don't think. And there's definitely a huge run line, power line advantage, all that kind of stuff for the Braves. So if you want to play a spot and you want to maybe go a run line, and it's a negative run line, maybe the Braves are the play, or maybe you just take them where they're at.
Hold on, a little technical difficulties. Yeah, I would Matt Harvey has been back to Matt Harvey, so the Braves definitely should win here.
Big truck time. Let's see. Atlanta, yeah. To me, I look at this spot, and you have Atlanta. They're getting they are by far, well, what's crazy is 83% of the tickets are on the Braves, but only 54% of the money is on. The smart folks are actually out there hitting up the Baltimore squad, and that number keeps moving down for them. So something's going on. I'm going to stay off that game. I didn't like it to begin with, so it's not one that I'm on. Texas and Boston, again, one of those huge lines, -300. The run line is too strong. Everybody's on the Boston side. 70% of the tickets, 71% of the money, and that's, of course, because they should win this game and win it by a lot. Is this one of the games that you're on?
No, this is not a game I'm on, but Boston's just adding to a parlay. Easiest money I made last night, FanDuel had a special Yankees and Boston win for +150, and they won quite easily. So those are the bets I want to win. Boston should win again, and just put them on a parlay.
St. Louis against Pittsburgh. This is a squad where I feel like it was another one of those games that kind of looked good on paper, and then when I started to dig into it, but it looks to me like the betting public disagrees with me because the Cardinals are taking in 88 cents on the dollar, but it's -201. I was looking at the run line, but again, it's a little bit too difficult for me to do with a negative number.
Yeah, exactly. Also, the Cardinals just lost yesterday, and their offense is struggling a little bit too now. So I don't ever trust giving up a run and a half with the Cardinals.
Okay, this game I have a feeling you're on, Sean. Arizona and the Rockies. This is another one of those games like the teenage movie for me. I looked it up. The Arizona squad is got 9 wins and a whole lot of losses against left-handed pitching. They have a whole lot of losses as it is. It's the kind of year it's been for Arizona. And then I looked at Gallon, who was 1-7 with an elevated ERA, and Freeland, the pitcher who seems to pitch pretty well for Coors Field. Gallon has done exceptionally well against the Colorado Rockies team, even in Colorado. And Freeland, for whatever reason, he's gotten lit up by Arizona. So I as much as I want to play the Rockies in here, I can't.
Yeah, well, my lines just disappeared. What is Colorado minus a 1.5?
Colorado minus 1.5?
Yeah.
You're going to go there, huh? Let's see. Colorado minus 1.5 is plus 117. I can get you. Are you going to actually do that?
I'm gonna pass. I have enough plays tonight, but that is definitely the last one that I was on the fringe with.
I'm absolutely. I mean, I circled that game. Wanted to go with Colorado. Wanted to back Drew and his boys, but when I saw that Gallon, how well he's pitched against Colorado in Colorado, and how much Arizona even recently has lit up Freeland, and it's like one left-handed pitcher they can hit. So and when you look at it, actually, Gallon, as bad as his season has gone by advanced metrics, he's barely, but he's outpitched Freeland this year. Hard as that is to believe. All right, last game on the in the Major League Baseball schedule is Philadelphia versus San Diego. I feel like San Diego bounces back in this spot, but I'm not going to take it.
Yeah, I'm not going to take it neither. San Diego really burned me yesterday. Nola, though, isn't been Aaron Nola really this year, so San Diego may score some runs here. And Joe Musgrave has pitched really well.
He's pitched very well, yes, indeed.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, Nola's pitched really well out in San Diego, so that kind of turned me off for this game. You're getting 60% of the money is also on the Phillies, which kind of shocks me. And actually, the majority of the tickets are on Philadelphia. I know it's early in the morning still, so it's possible. But it was a game I was looking at too, but yeah, I can't spy it. I have two games that and one of them is one that's just like I kind of like and just relying on the, like I said, on the number. So I like the Tampa Bay Rays, and I also like the Cleveland Indians. Who do you like, Sean, again in baseball?
I like the Yankees giving up a 1.5, and Cleveland as well, minus 125. And
then in your NFL spots?
I have under 31 in the Jets Packers, under 36 Falcons Miami, and under 35.5 in the Tennessee Tampa Bay game. Then put 30 on each, and I'm actually going to do a $10 parlay as well because you get plus 595 there, and the unders have just been lighting it up. So we're going to make the money while we can.
So I think Sean may have gone into Terminator mode right there. So yeah, you're not frozen anymore.
You didn't catch that?
No, I mean, I don't know if it's me or you, but you kind of went frozen. But in any case, you'll be posting them on Moneyline Madmen, right? .com.
Yep.
And then, of course, you'll be putting them out on Twitter and Facebook. You can follow us at Racing Radar. Too many different things. Moneyline Madman on Twitter and Facebook. Also, MoneylineMadman.com. Before we go, I do have one other play in the MLS arena. Of course, you have to worry about what do you have to worry about, Sean?
The stupid soccer tie.
The stupid-ass soccer tie. That's for sure. But the one game I do like on the soccer schedule tonight is the Seattle Sounders. Just moved into first place. They're they're coming to this side of the country. They're going to come here and play the Columbus Crew. And Columbus has really struggled of late. I think they've lost 5 in a row. So you have one team that's going in one direction, Seattle that's going in the other direction. And Seattle is plus 195 on the road. They're the better team. They have the better the power ranking advantage. They have the goal scoring advantage, even on the road, compared to Columbus at home. And when I looked at when I did the simulations, and we do a lot of them, the 3 most common scores were above the win rate than I would get for the tie. So I usually just look for the 2 most common scores to be above the highest tie rate. 3 of them were in this case. So I'm going to take Seattle, but because it's plus 195, I'm only going to put $20 on it, Sean. I don't need to put the full 30 on it. I'll probably regret it when I'm watching it and it's not a stupid soccer tie and Seattle wins. But that's my third play of the evening, and that's a pretty good plus line, plus 195 for you.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Anything else you want to add before we roll, bro?
No, I think that's it. A lot of baseball, a lot of NFL,
And even a stupid soccer tie.
and even a stupid soccer tie. And golf's still going on too, right?
Yeah, well, golf's still going on. Every one of the guys that we mentioned made the cut. And as I talked about yesterday, the only one that's not right now in the money, according to where we put him, like top 20, top 10, top 40, is Jason Kokrak. But he's only one shot off being in the money. So if Jason Kokrak were to go up a stroke and everybody else just kind of stays where they are for today and tomorrow, we would end up hitting 5 for 5 and a combined over plus 1,000. So I'm got my fingers crossed that tomorrow when the final ball goes in the hole and they give out the trophy, I'm not worried so much about that. But what I would be worried more about is all those 5 guys continuing to stay where they are. And if that would be the case, that'd be a great bounce back from last week.
Yeah, and then another thing weird in baseball yesterday, I saw Nick Castellanos got hit. Every time he's gotten hit by a pitch, 4 times this year, Joey Votto comes up and hits a home run right after the fact.
No, so now you got it. So next time Castellano gets hit, everybody run to their account and hit for Votto to hit a home run.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, for sure. All right, Sean. So later on today at about, I don't know what time Delmar tees off today or starting time, post time, but I will be live over at horseracingradar.com. You can find it on Horse Racing Radar TV on YouTube. We'll be talking about every single race. We'll talk about the race setup, the bias at the track, which horses are likely to be the fastest out of the gate, which ones will be charging down the stretch, and which horses will likely win. You can also enter our contest. It's free. You can win up to $100. So go on over to Horse Racing Radar. Take care of that. And then, of course, Sean, as always, we hope everybody's tickets are winners. We'll see you all on Monday. Make sure you head on over to MoneylineMadmen.com. Sign up. We're starting to build the community there, and we're starting to get some people to sign up, Sean.
Yeah, we are. Even Sarah from the Triple Clowns just signed up last night. So got some people going in there, and we'll have other people that's what they do for a living and stuff is they make sports bets and stuff like that.
Yep. So it's going to be a great community. Like I said, soon, probably starting next week, we'll be putting some exclusive stuff on there. And most likely that's where you're going to find the golf rankings going forward, along with our fantasy football rankings, which are almost as good as the golf rankings. Until we see y'all again on Monday, again, may all of your tickets be winners. Looking forward to talking to you again soon. All right, Sean, have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday.